What is going on, everybody? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well. So after recent blog post, man, I just was thinking about Scopely and how they have created content recently that you are forced to do. And it really got me just kind of processing the thought that Scopely is now focused on creating content that you have to do to get rewards, as opposed to creating content that feels rewarding, right? This goes from the top down. You're talking about Dark Dimensions. Dark Dimension 3 was an absolute slog and a grind. You were able to get gear when it was done, which helped your roster to boost it up a little bit. But then the ultimate reward at the very end of it was Ultimus, Ultimus Red Stars, which did not necessarily feel rewarding. We fast forward right now to Dark Dimension 4, where players have grinded, spent money, and they've gotten to the very end of it, gotten Doom, only for Doom to not feel as rewarding because you have a character like Kestrel, Silver Surfer, that has been released. And we've seen this even going back to the very past, right? They've created PvP and they introduced that game mode, and then they started to make some tweaks and some changes to it, and they forced you to do some PvP content every day just so that you could get some extra red stars and some extra pieces of other things that you could utilize. But ultimately it became super grindy. And now we fast forward to where we are with RTA, where it is right now, where you are forced to do PvP matches every single day. So, and for pretty much every single day, for the weeks, to try to get abilities, whatever, so that you could get those G15, G14 pieces. And yes, there's some other things in there like Training Master that are helpful as well. But it really just got me thinking about how Scopely I feel like they're just doing this in a very lazy way, where all they're doing is that they're creating content that you have to do to get rewards, as opposed to creating content that feels rewarding. I think that there were a lot of players who felt somewhat rewarded from putting investment into their rosters so that they could get through these Doom campaigns. And now that they are forced to use these level ISOs, level 4, level 5 ISOs now, it has created this bad feeling where it doesn't feel rewarding anymore for you to even do these Doom raids. And that's really kind of where I'm at with Scopely. Yes, they made it a little bit of an update, right? They're going to be making some ions and ion orbs and ion crystal orbs, available for players. They mentioned here that players who collect all their free energy for something like campaign mischief, they're going to be giving the ion orb fragments, the premium, basic and premium T1 ISO 8 orb fragments. You're going to be getting the ISO 8 crystals, and players who collect all their free energy, and refill their energy 4 times will be able to earn 60 controller ISO 8 crystals for each attribute, as well as other milestone rewards. So yeah, it's great that you're giving this update. You're also forgetting the fact that there are other characters that are not just controller characters. Also, it takes 81 per piece from 4 to get them to 5. And so therefore, you're also shortchanging us with the ISO crystals that you're rewarding. Then there's just calendar. That's going to be located it's going to start all the way in June 25th. You've already made the changes in Doom raids. So it's just like you're kind of working backwards. So this calendar started at June 25th kind of sucks, right? The timing of it is really bad. And then here you go again. We're going to give you another opportunity for you to earn a T1 ISO 8 orbs, but that's going to be 6 weeks from now because it's not going to be until patch 5.5. So it's just like they're just creating this content, and they mentioned some other stuff down here too. Origin challenges where you have to level up. You have to use 5 bio, 5 mutant, 5 mystic, 5 skill, 5 tech characters. And in the difficulty levels, you have to use level 3, level 4, or level 5 to go through the different difficulty levels. So it's like they're just creating content, in my opinion, in a very lazy way that is forcing you to do things to get rewards. And sometimes the rewards aren't even that good, right? Like we talked about Doom. He's good, but he's not that great. And also when you go through Dark Dimension 4, the gear that you're getting to be able to level up other characters in your roster, although I myself haven't done it, I've seen multiple pictures from people who I connect with throughout the community. The gear that you're getting for it is really not that good. It doesn't feel rewarding. And now you're going to be grinding to get characters up to ISO level 3, ISO level 4, ISO level 4 and 5 for your Doom campaigns, and you have to ask yourself the question, does the work that you're putting into it, does it match the rewards that you're getting for completing that content? So really my petition and my ploy to Scopely is, please, for the love of your players, I understand that you got to make money. We want you to make money. That's fine. But we also want you to create an experience for players that is good, where players can feel that, hey, I get to level up my roster. I get to invest ISO level 4. I get to invest ISO level 5. I get to put blue ISOs on my characters. Not that I feel like I have to put them, on my characters because you're forcing me to put level 4 on them or level 5 on them. I can get rewards, from doing RTA it's just those things. You need to create an experience and really think about what you're saying to your player base. Are you creating an environment of fun, or are you creating an environment where you have to do things? And for me, that is where I feel like they've lost the players, is that they are forcing players to do things as opposed to making players feel rewarded for actually doing something. I know it's like a play on words, but think about it, right? You would feel better probably about Doom raids if you weren't forced to put characters at level 4 and level 5, but it was a recommendation for you to bring characters to 4 and 5. You could work towards that. You could still do the content. You could still be getting some of these rewards, but you are forced to do this in order to be able to get all the rewards that you desire. RTA, you have to log in every day and do XYZ amount of attacks to be able to get the rewards. It would feel better if you weren't forced to do something. That's all I'm saying, Scopely. Think about it from that perspective. Stop forcing players to do things and start creating content that it feels rewarding for players. Ask us what it is. Once again, we're envoys. Ask us what would feel rewarding for the player base, because this right now, you're just creating content, in my opinion, that is creating frustration, and it's not really helping the player base or really helping the community. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I'm really curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Does it make sense? Like, yes, they're creating content that is forcing you to get rewards, but it's not feeling rewarding when you get to the very end of it. Listen, thank you guys so much for watching. Scopely, I hope that you're hearing us. I hope that you're hearing the player base. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys again so much. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.